Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be diving deep into, something that you deal with every single day if you're online at all.
Oh, yeah?
And that is social media headlines.
I think it's one of those things that's really easy to underestimate.
Yeah,
How much power they actually have, but they really can make or break
for sure.
whether your content gets seen.
Absolutely. And we are focusing mostly on Chapter 5 of the SEO Success Blueprint,
Oh.
which is all about writing headlines that, really grab attention,
Right.
don't let go.
Yeah.
But we'll also be weaving in some really interesting insights from boosting business growth with SEO-enhanced PLR and Missolving products,
Okay.
Google Search Console,
Mm-hmm.
and understanding Google Merchant Center, which is a mouthful.
I was going to say, those are some
Yeah.
long titles.
I know, very descriptive.
Yeah.
But the cool thing is that, even though these sources cover a range of topics, they all highlight the importance of a strong headline.
They do.
It doesn't really matter what you're trying to promote.
Exactly.
So okay.
Yeah.
Chapter 5 kind of kicks things off by saying, your headline is often your only chance to make a first impression.
Right.
It's kind of like walking down a busy street.
Yeah.
What makes you stop and look?
Yeah, it's got to be something eye-catching.
Yes.
Something that makes you, want to take a second look.
Exactly. And then in a crowded social media feed, your headline has to play that same role.
It does.
It has to be the thing that makes them stop.
Yeah.
Makes total sense.
Yeah.
And then they break it down, the SEO Success Blueprint, into what they call a Connect, Captivate, Convert framework for kind of crafting these really, killer headlines.
I like it.
Yeah, it sounds interesting. So walk us through it.
Okay. So the first one, connect. Connect is all about your audience.
Okay.
You're showing them that you understand them. You are speaking directly to their needs, their interests, maybe even pain points.
So if I'm trying to reach busy professionals, my headlines would be, focused on saving time. But if it's fitness enthusiast, it would be about, quick results or maybe a challenging workout.
Yep. You're demonstrating that you understand their world.
Okay.
That you know what they want, what they need.
Got it.
And then we move on to Captivate.
Okay.
This is about sparking curiosity, making people want to know more, keeping them on the edge of their seat.
Got it.
Some techniques for that are things that I'm sure you've seen.
Yeah.
Using numbers like 5 secrets to.
Oh, yeah.
Or posing a question.
Are you making this common mistake?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Numbers, people like them because it makes things seem
Manageable.
organized and easy to digest. Exactly.
Yeah.
And questions tap into that natural curiosity that we all have.
It's a little mystery you have to solve.
Right.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, so we've got Connect, we've got Captivate. Now, Convert. Where does that come? It sounds a little bit,
Salesy.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Pushy.
Well, convert is where you are encouraging action. You're guiding the reader toward actually doing something, but it doesn't have to be pushy.
Okay.
It could be something like clicking a link, watching a video, signing up for your email list.
Okay.
Anything that moves them further down the path that you've set.
Okay, so it's kind of like you've got their interest with your Captivate,
Uh-huh.
and now you're giving them the next logical step.
Exactly. You've piqued their interest, and now you're gently leading them
Okay.
towards that desired outcome.
So, all right, let's get specific.
Okay, let's do it.
Boosting business growth with SEO-enhanced PLR products actually includes some ready-to-use headline examples
Oh, perfect.
in their PDM starter kit.
Awesome.
And I'm kind of curious to see how they actually stack up against this framework.
Yeah, let's break it down. What's the first one?
All right, so the first one is boost your brand's reach with SEO-enhanced PLR and MRR products.
Okay, so right off the bat, we see that connect element.
Yeah.
Boost your brand's reach. It speaks directly to a business owner's desire for more visibility,
For sure, yeah.
for growth.
Yeah.
And then you've got SEO enhanced. I think that adds that captivative element.
Yeah.
It hints at a strategy or a secret weapon that people might not be aware of.
Yeah.
It makes you want to learn more about how SEO can enhance those PLR and MRR products.
Things you think, oh, what's that?
Right.
I want to know.
Exactly. And then by actually mentioning those products, it kind of leads the reader toward exploring them further, right?
Yeah.
That's convert in action.
So that's a really good breakdown. I'm actually starting to see how this works.
Good.
Yeah. Okay, so what's the next example?
Yeah, let's have a look.
This one is transform your content strategy with PLR and MRR. Here's how.
Oh, this one is good.
Yeah.
Transform your content strategy. That's a really bold promise, right?
Right.
It's tapping into that desire for improvement. for efficiency. So that's a strong connect.
Yeah.
And then you've got the here's how. I think that's our Captivate hook.
Yeah.
It implies that there's a specific method or solution that they're going to get access to.
Yeah.
Creates that anticipation, makes you want to click to discover the how.
I like it.
And again, by mentioning PLR and MRR, it subtly nudges the reader towards those products.
Okay. Yeah.
Very subtle.
Yeah. Very clever. Okay. And the last one from this PDM starter kit is increase your digital footprint with proven PLR and MRR techniques.
All right, so let's dissect this one.
Okay.
Increase your digital footprint. I think this is another way of tapping into that desire for visibility, for reach. So we've got our connect element.
Yep.
And then proven techniques. Feels very captivating to me.
Yeah.
It suggests that these techniques have been tested, they've been validated, implying a higher chance of success for the reader.
Makes sense.
And of course, we've got that mention of PLR and MRR, again, guiding the reader towards learning more about those specific products.
Yeah. It's funny how they all follow this pattern, but it's really interesting.
Yeah. It's kind of like a formula, but it's very subtle, you know?
Yeah.
You don't realize that it's happening.
Exactly. Okay. So we've got this framework.
Yeah.
We've got some real world examples, but I mean, doesn't the platform that you're using also make a difference?
Oh, absolutely.
Like a headline that works on Facebook
Right.
might totally bomb on LinkedIn.
It might.
Yeah.
While the core principles of connect, captivate, convert remain consistent, you definitely need to adjust your approach depending on the platform and its audience.
So how do you kind of tailor it for those different platforms?
Okay. So let's start with Facebook. Facebook, you want to think concise, attention-grabbing, and visually appealing. Emojis and visuals can be your best friend on Facebook because they help you stand out.
Like a little mini billboard almost.
Exactly. Yeah. You got to grab attention fast.
Okay.
Then you have Instagram, which is all about aesthetics, visual storytelling.
Yeah.
A combination of text and emojis can really help you to create a mood or tell a story.
Yeah. So it's less about direct selling and more about kind of creating a vibe.
Yeah, exactly. That attracts the right people.
Okay.
And then you have Twitter.
Yeah.
With Twitter, you're dealing with character limits.
Right.
So brevity is key. Your headline needs to be laser focused and hashtags are your friend.
Okay. So short, sharp, hashtags. Got it.
Yep.
What about LinkedIn? Because that feels like such a different beast.
It is. It's the professional network.
Yeah.
So your headlines need to be a little bit more polished.
Okay.
And focus on delivering value or insights to a professional audience.
Okay, so it's not about the clickbaity tactic.
It's more about
solid information.
Actionable advice, industry trends, career growth tips.
Okay.
Things that are actually going to help them.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so understanding those nuances of each platform is key to crafting headlines that resonate with the right people.
Yeah. Okay. That all makes total sense. But is there anything else that we should be keeping in mind?
Yes.
When we're crafting these headlines?
One more crucial element.
Okay.
SEO keywords and hashtags.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Right.
We got to talk about that.
Google Search Console and understanding Google Merchant Center. Both of those sources emphasize this.
Yeah.
Crafting an engaging headline is only half the battle. You also need to consider how people are actually searching for information.
Okay. So it's not just about appealing to humans. We also have to appeal to the algorithm.
You've got to speak Google's language.
Got it.
Yes, exactly. Including relevant SEO keywords in your headline can really help your content get found by people who are searching for those specific topics.
I'm starting to see how this all ties together. So we're writing a great headline for humans, but we're also thinking about those keywords that Google's going to recognize.
Exactly. And don't forget about hashtags.
Yeah.
Especially on platforms like Twitter and Instagram. Hashtags help categorize your content, making it more discoverable to people who are interested in those topics.
So keywords are for Google, hashtags are for the platforms.
Pretty much.
Okay, got it. Now, the next question is, how do we even know which keywords to use? Because there are so many. It can feel overwhelming.
It can. Luckily, there are tools to help with this.
Okay.
Things like Google Search Console. And there are lots of keyword research tools out there that can help you identify the most relevant keywords for your niche and your content.
This is like having a secret decoder ring.
Exactly, yeah. You can use data and insights to guide your choices and optimize your headlines.
So I'm feeling a lot more empowered already.
Good.
Yeah. So to kind of recap part 1 of our deep dive, we learned about the connect, captivate, convert
Yes.
framework.
Yeah.
We looked at some real-world examples. We talked about how to tailor your headlines to the different social media platforms.
We did.
And we even touched on integrating SEO keywords and hashtags.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a lot.
That was a lot. But before we move on to part 2, I want to leave you with a little challenge.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah. What is one social media headline that you could rewrite today to make it more engaging using this connect, captivate, convert framework?
That is a good challenge.
Yeah. So, grab a pen and paper, open up your social media scheduler, and let's see those headlines shine. We'll be back with more insights in part 2.
Awesome.
So stay tuned.
Welcome back, everyone. So before the break, we were kind of deep in the weeds of crafting those killer social media headlines. But I want to take a little bit of a detour because both boosting business growth with SEO-enhanced PLR and MISR products and the SEO Success Blueprint touch on something that can seriously up your headline game.
Okay.
And that is PLR and MRR products.
Yeah, you're right. Those have come up a few times.
Yeah.
Especially in boosting business growth. It's a huge advocate
Yeah.
for using them. But to be honest with you, I'm a little bit fuzzy on what they actually are.
Sure.
Can you kind of break it down?
Absolutely. So let's start with PLR.
Okay.
PLR stands for private label rights.
Okay.
Basically, in the simplest terms, it means you are buying content, whether it's articles, ebooks, courses, whatever.
Okay.
But you have the right to modify it and make it your own.
So it's not like stealing someone else's work.
No, it's not stealing.
I can actually legitimately edit it
Yes,
and put my own brand on it.
exactly. Think of it as a really high-quality template.
Okay.
You can rebrand it, you can tweak the content, you can add your own insights, whatever you need to do to make it fit your style and your audience.
Okay, so that's actually pretty clever. So how does MRR fit into all of this?
Okay, so MRR stands for Master Resale Rights.
Uh-huh.
With MRR, you're basically buying the right to resell a product as is, often with the ability to pass on those reselling rights to others.
Okay.
So you're not actually modifying the original product itself,
Okay.
but you are selling it under your own brand and keeping the profits.
Okay, so PLR is about customizing the content.
Yeah.
MRR is about
Distributing it
distributing it
and making money.
and making money from it.
Yeah.
Got it.
So you might be wondering, what does all of this have to do with writing amazing social media headlines?
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, how does this tie in to what we were talking about?
Great question. So here's the connection.
Okay.
PLR and MRR can be incredibly powerful tools for fueling your content creation engine,
Okay.
which in turn gives you more material to work with
Uh-huh.
when you are crafting those captivating headlines.
Okay, I'm listening.
Okay, so think about it. Consistently creating fresh, high-quality content for your social media, your blog, your email list, it's a ton of work.
It is.
It really is.
It's exhausting.
PLR can be a huge time saver because you can take those pre-written articles or ebooks,
Yeah.
you can tailor them to your brand,
Uh-huh.
and boom, you've got the foundation
Okay.
for a whole bunch of social media posts,
Right.
each of which needs a stellar headline.
So instead of starting from scratch, instead of staring at that blank page,
Yeah,
I've got something already that I can kind of mold
right.
into what I need it to be.
You've got a starting point. And remember that PDM starter kit we talked about before from boosting business growth?
Uh-huh.
That actually includes a bunch of pre-written headlines specifically designed to work well on social media.
Oh, okay.
So that takes some of the guesswork out of it too.
Okay. I'm starting to see the appeal.
Yeah.
So you're not only saving time, but you're also getting kind of a head start
Yeah.
on those attention-grabbing headlines. Okay, so we talked about PLR. What about MRR? How does that kind of fit into this whole picture?
So MRR can help you to expand your product offerings
Okay.
and generate additional revenue streams, which can then fuel further content creation and marketing efforts.
Uh-huh.
So let's say you find an MRR product that's a collection of social media templates or a guide to creating viral content.
Uh-huh.
You can package that up with your own branding. You can offer it to your audience.
So it's like I'm curating this valuable resource for my audience,
Exactly.
even if I'm not the one that, created every single piece of it.
Yeah, and you can promote those products.
Yeah.
Use, you guessed it, engaging headlines.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's a smart way to leverage existing resources and expand your reach. Now, I know what you're thinking.
You know what I'm thinking.
This all sounds great, but isn't there a risk of my content feeling kind of generic if I'm using PLR.
To be honest, yeah.
Yeah.
That is a concern.
It's a valid concern.
If everyone's using the same PLR, how do I stand out?
Right.
How do I make sure that it, sounds like me?
Yeah, and that it feels authentic to my brand.
Yeah.
That's where your creativity and your unique perspective come in.
Okay.
And actually, Chapter 2 of Boosting Business Growth has a whole section on customizing PLR content.
Oh, cool.
To make it your own.
Okay, give me the tips.
All right.
What are they recommending?
So the first tip is to infuse your brand's personality into the content.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to add your own voice, your own experiences, even your own quirks.
Okay.
Those are the elements that make your content relatable and engaging.
So even if it's PLR, I can still make it sound like me.
Yes, exactly.
By adding that, personal touch.
Think about how you would speak to your ideal client or customer in person.
Yeah.
Bring that same tone and that same style to your writing.
That's a good point. It's about making it conversational.
Yeah.
Not just information. Okay, what else? What other tips do they have?
Another great suggestion is to add your own visuals. A picture is worth 1,000 words.
Yeah.
So swap out those generic stock photos with your own images.
Yeah.
Create custom graphics or even embed videos.
Okay.
It's like taking a plain canvas and adding splashes of color.
Yeah, I like that.
And texture to make it a work of art.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And just, don't be afraid to experiment.
Yeah.
Like, that's the whole point.
The beauty of PLR is that it gives you this foundation.
Yeah.
You can build on, you can add, you can delete, you can rearrange, whatever you need to do to make it feel truly yours.
Okay, that makes me a lot less, hesitant about using PLR.
Yeah.
But what about choosing the right PLR products in the first place?
Yeah.
Because there's going to be tons of them out there.
There are.
How do you even know where to start?
So boosting business growth stresses the importance of quality over quantity.
Okay.
It's better to invest in a few high-quality products that truly align with your niche and your audience than to just buy a bunch of cheap products that are just okay.
Okay. So do your research.
Don't just grab the first thing you see.
Think about what your audience needs.
Yeah.
What kind of content would be valuable to them?
Yeah.
What aligns with your brand's values?
Okay. All right. I'm getting lots of ideas here.
Good.
But I also know that even with amazing content and killer headlines, you still need a solid strategy to get that content out there.
You do.
In front of the right people.
You do.
What do our sources have to say about that?
Okay. Well, Boosting Business Growth actually devotes a whole chapter to leveraging social media.
Okay.
For promoting your products and services.
Oh, okay. Tell me more. This is the part where, we actually...
This is where the rubber meets the road.
Yes.
Okay. One of their key strategies is content repurposing.
Okay.
It's all about taking that existing content, whether it's PLR, MRR, or your own original creations, and slicing and dicing it into bite-sized pieces that you can share across different platforms.
So, I've got this big ebook, and I could turn it into, a series of Instagram posts.
Exactly. Each one having a, compelling headline about one of the tips.
Exactly, yeah. You are maximizing the reach and impact of your content without having to reinvent the wheel every time.
Yeah. And each post could link back to, my website or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Driving traffic and generating leads.
Okay. I like it. Content repurposing. That's a win.
Oh.
What else? What other social media strategies do they recommend?
Another crucial element is engagement.
Okay.
It's not enough to just post your content and then disappear.
Right.
You need to be present. You need to be responsive.
Okay.
You need to be genuinely interested in connecting with your audience.
So respond to comments.
Yeah.
Answer questions.
Participate in discussions.
Basically be a human.
Be human.
Exactly. Yeah.
Not a robot.
Social media is all about building relationships.
Yeah.
When you genuinely engage with your followers, they're more likely to trust you.
Right.
And trust is essential for turning followers into customers. It's not just about, broadcasting your message, but having a conversation.
It's a two-way street. Exactly.
Okay, I like that. And, we can't forget about contests and giveaways.
Oh, yes. Contests are amazing.
Everyone loves free stuff.
Everybody loves free stuff.
Yeah.
Contests are a fantastic way to increase engagement, grow your following, and generate buzz around your brand.
So I could give away, a free copy of my latest ebook or a discount on my services.
Yeah.
Or, a bundle of product.
A product bundle, yeah.
Through my shop or whatever.
And you need an amazing headline to promote that contest.
Of course.
Right. Yeah. And make sure those prizes are relevant
Yeah.
to your niche and your audience. A free iPad might get a lot of entries, but if your audience is passionate about organic gardening,
Right.
they're going to be way more excited about a set of heirloom seeds or a gardening workshop.
Yes, that makes sense.
Right.
Okay, so this is all making a lot of sense. But I'm also realizing that managing all of this, the content creation, the posting, the engagement, it's a lot.
It is. It is a lot.
How can we kind of simplify things?
So that is a common challenge.
Yeah?
And boosting business growth actually has a solution for that.
What is it?
Automation.
Okay, please tell me more.
Okay. So Chapter 11 is all about setting up systems that work for you even when you're not working.
Okay, I like the sound of that. So what kind of systems are we talking about?
Okay. So they focus on tools like email automation, sales funnels, even chatbots.
Okay, can we kind of break each of those down?
Sure. Let's start with email automation.
Okay.
Basically, email automation is about setting up a series of emails that go out to your subscribers automatically based on certain triggers.
Okay.
So let's say someone signs up to get your free ebook. Instead of just sending them the download link, you can set up a welcome sequence.
Okay.
So the first email delivers the ebook.
Yeah.
The second email might share a case study or a testimonial. The third email might offer a discount
Right.
on a related product. You're nurturing that relationship. You're subtly guiding them towards a purchase without having to lift a finger because you set this all up in advance.
Okay, that's really clever. Okay, so that's email automation. What about these sales funnels?
Sales funnels. Okay, so think of a sales funnel as a series of steps designed to guide a potential customer towards making a purchase.
It's kind of like a journey
It is a journey. It really is.
that you're taking them on.
From that initial awareness all the way to becoming a loyal customer.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah. So it might start with an ad they see on social media that leads them to a landing page where they can download a free resource in exchange for their email address.
Right.
Then they might receive a series of nurturing emails, an invitation to a webinar, ultimately a sales page.
Okay.
Where they can make a purchase.
So it's much more strategic.
Much more strategic.
Than just, here's my product, buy it.
Yeah. It's about building that trust, providing value, and overcoming objections.
Okay.
All while guiding that potential customer.
Okay. So sales funnels are less intimidating than they sound.
They can be, but they're very effective.
Okay.
When done correctly.
All right. Now, what about these chatbots? Because that still feels a little, futuristic to me.
I know. They are becoming more and more commonplace.
Yeah.
Basically, a chatbot is a computer program that can simulate a conversation with human. You know those little pop-up windows you see on websites?
Oh, yeah.
Asking if you need help?
Yeah.
Those are often chatbots.
Right.
And they can do a lot more than just answer basic questions.
Okay.
They can qualify leads. They can collect email addresses.
Wow.
They can even make product recommendations.
So it's like having this virtual assistant.
It is like having a virtual assistant.
Working 24/7.
Working 24/7.
Okay.
And you can program them to respond to common questions.
Okay.
Guide visitors towards specific actions.
Even when you're sleeping.
Okay. So it sounds like boosting business growth is all about automation.
It is. It is.
Freeing up your time to do what you're good at.
Automate those repetitive tasks.
Yeah.
So you can focus on your passions.
Okay.
Connect with your audience and grow your business.
So it's about working smarter, not harder.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And remember, even with all of these amazing tools and strategies, the most important element is you and your passion and your dedication.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's your enthusiasm and belief in what you're doing that's really going to shine through and resonate with your audience.
Couldn't have said it better myself. But before we get too carried away with all the inspiration, we have to circle back and bring in some insights from our other sources. Google Search Console and understanding Google Merchant Center.
We do. We've
been talking so much about content and social media.
Yes.
We've almost forgotten about, the king.
The king of search.
The king, Google.
Yes.
So we can't forget about Google. We can't.
Because that's still the primary way that, people are finding information online.
Yes.
And if you want your content to get noticed,
right,
you got to play by Google's rules.
You've got to optimize for those algorithms.
Okay. All right. So I'm ready to kind of dive in.
Okay.
To the world of Google optimization. What do Google Search Console and understanding Google Merchant Center, What kind of wisdom?
What pearls of wisdom do they have to share?
Exactly.
Okay. So let's start with Google Search Console. This is an incredibly powerful free tool that gives you tons of data about your website's performance.
Okay.
In Google search results.
Data is power, right?
It is. It really is.
Yeah.
And Google Search Console lets you see which keywords people are using to find your site, how often your pages are appearing in those search results, and how many people are clicking on your links.
So it's almost like having this behind-the-scenes look at how Google sees my website.
Exactly, yeah.
That's really cool.
You can use all of that information to make strategic decisions about your content.
Okay.
And optimize it for maximum visibility.
Okay, give me some examples. Like, how can I actually use Google Search Console to boost my SEO?
Okay. So one of the key features is the performance report.
Okay.
This shows you which keywords are driving the most traffic to your site. So let's say you notice that the keyword social media tips is bringing in a lot of visitors.
Okay.
What does that tell you?
That I should probably create more content around that topic.
You got it. You're giving people what they want, what they're looking for, which is what Google wants to see.
Makes sense. Okay, so what else can this magical performance report tell me?
You can also see if you're getting a lot of impressions for a particular page.
Okay.
But not many clicks.
Okay.
What does that tell you?
Maybe my headline isn't doing its job.
Your title tag or meta description might not be compelling enough.
It all comes back to the headlines.
It all comes back to the headlines.
Okay.
So Google Search Console can really help you to pinpoint those areas where you can improve your content.
I'm convinced.
Yeah.
Google Search Console is my new best friend.
Okay. Now, understanding Google Merchant Center, what does that tool bring to the party?
Okay. So this one is especially helpful if you're selling products online.
Okay.
Google Merchant Center is a platform where you can upload your product data, so titles, descriptions, prices, images, and make it available to shoppers across Google's various services.
So like Google Shopping.
Google Shopping, yeah.
Okay.
And it can also integrate with your Google Ads campaigns.
Okay. This is getting very strategic.
It is getting very strategic.
Yeah.
The goal is to make your products as visible as possible to potential customers who are actively searching for what you're selling.
Okay, walk me through it. How does this actually work in practice?
Okay. So first, you create a Google Merchant Center account.
Okay.
You link it to your website.
And then you create a product feed, which is basically a file that contains all of the relevant information about your products.
Okay.
Once your product feed is uploaded, Google Merchant Center can start displaying your products across its network.
Got it. So someone searches for handmade soap, which I happen to sell.
Yep.
My product will pop up.
Pops up.
Yeah.
In the search results.
And they'll see images and prices.
You see it all. Images, prices, reviews, everything they need to make an informed decision.
Okay, I like that. So what about, optimizing those product listings?
Yeah.
Any tips from understanding Google Merchant Center?
So the document emphasizes the importance of high-quality product images.
Okay.
Detailed descriptions, accurate pricing, and positive reviews.
All the things that make me want to click the buy button.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
You want those products to stand out from the competition and entice those shoppers to buy.
Okay. You're making me want to revamp my entire shop.
It's inspiring stuff, isn't it? And the best part is both Google Search Console and Google Merchant Center are free.
They're free.
They're free.
Free tools that can boost my, sales and visibility.
It's amazing what Google offers.
That's amazing.
These days. And the insights you get from those tools can be so valuable.
Okay. Well, I think my brain is officially full.
Information overload.
A little bit, but in a good way.
In a good way.
Yeah.
Good, good. But before we move on to part 3, I want to leave you with something to ponder.
Okay. Hit me with a cliffhanger.
We've talked about so many strategies and tools today.
Yeah.
From crafting those headlines to optimizing our Google presence.
Uh-huh.
But at the end of the day, it all comes back to human connection.
You're right.
Right.
Yeah.
People buy from people they know, like, and trust.
Exactly.
So as you're implementing all of these strategies, don't forget about the human element.
Okay.
Be authentic. Be engaging.
Yeah.
Build relationships that go beyond just that transaction.
That is a good reminder.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to get caught up in the technical stuff.
It is.
But at the end of the day, you're talking to a real person.
You are.
Yeah. It's so easy to forget that when you're thinking about, algorithms and all that.
It is. And actually, boosting business growth highlights this.
Okay.
With some really inspiring case studies.
Oh, cool.
Of entrepreneurs who have used PLR and MRR to build really successful businesses.
Okay, yeah. Tell me more. I'm always up for a good success story.
Okay, so one that stood out to me was about a woman named Sarah.
Okay.
Who launched a thriving online business in the health and wellness space.
Okay, amazing. So what was her secret? Was it all about the headlines?
So Sarah had a genuine passion for health and wellness, but she hit a wall pretty quickly.
Okay.
When she realized that creating all the content herself, the blog posts, the social media updates, the ebooks, it was taking over her life. Yeah. It was just too much.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's exhausting.
It's exhausting. It can be expensive, too, if you're hiring help.
Right.
So Sarah decided to see if PLR and MRR could be part of the solution.
Okay.
So she started buying PLR articles and even full courses related to her niche.
So she's leveraging the work that's already been done.
Exactly. Okay. She also found some MRR products that she could resell under her own brand.
Okay.
Adding another income stream.
So she had the content to share?
Yes.
And the products to sell?
Yep.
So what did she actually do?
The key was customization.
Okay.
She didn't just copy and paste that PLR content.
Okay.
She rewrote it in her own voice.
Yeah.
Added personal stories.
Yeah.
Made sure that it reflected her brand style.
So it's not about being, sneaky or anything. It's about taking something and making it your own.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
And for those MRR products, she created a whole section on her website showcasing them. But again, presented in a way that felt really cohesive with her brand.
Okay, I like that. But did it actually work?
The results were amazing.
Okay, Connie.
Within a few months, Sarah was putting out way more content. Consistent blog posts, regular newsletters, engaging social media, all without feeling burned out.
Okay. So it gave her that time, that breathing room to focus on, the business.
Exactly.
Instead of always creating content.
Yeah, she could connect with her audience instead of being trapped in that constant content creation cycle.
Yeah, exactly.
And because she was really strategic about it, she established herself as a trusted voice in her niche, which led to more clients and customers.
Awesome. So it's proof that you can use these tools. They're not just, shortcuts.
Right.
They can actually help you build a real business.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so now boosting business growth also has this case study about this guy, Tom.
Yes.
Who used the PDM starter kit to overhaul his e-commerce business.
Yes. Tom's story is a great example
of
how those ready-to-go resources, especially the headlines, can really jumpstart your marketing.
Okay, I like that. Yeah. So what was Tom's situation?
So Tom made beautiful handmade crafts.
Okay.
But he was struggling to get his online shop noticed.
Yeah.
Classic small business, struggling with online marketing.
Yeah, I'll get there.
So he decided to try out this PDM starter kit.
Okay.
And the first thing he did was use the audience analysis tools in the kit. And he realized that his ideal customer was a bit different than he thought.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, turned out it was young adults who were drawn to the eco-friendly aspects of his products.
So good market research.
Right, which he might not have done otherwise.
Yeah, exactly.
So that shifted his whole messaging strategy. He started highlighting the sustainability and the uniqueness of his craft.
Okay, so he was actually speaking to his audience instead of just, buy my stuff.
It was much more targeted.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he took those pre-written social media headlines from the PDM starter kit and started using them.
Okay.
Just tweaking them a little bit to fit his brand, of course.
So those were the Connect, Captivate, Convert headlines that we were talking about.
The very same.
Okay, cool.
And he also started using the SEO keywords and hashtags that were suggested in the kit, both on his website and social media.
So he's optimizing for, both humans and search engines.
For Google.
All right. So did it work?
It paid off big time.
Okay, got me.
Website traffic went up by 50%. Social media engagement skyrocketed. And his sales increased by 30%.
Wow.
All within a few months.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so that PDM starter kit really gave him the tools and that structure he needed
guidance
to get real results.
Yeah. So what I'm taking away from both of these stories is that, leveraging existing tools like PLR, MRR, even these ready-made kits can be a game changer, especially for, solopreneurs who are wearing all the hats.
It's not about cutting corners. It's about working smarter.
Yes.
Not harder.
And it frees up your time and energy to focus on, what you're good at.
Exactly.
I love that. Okay, so I think that is a fantastic point to end on.
Yeah.
We've learned so much today.
We have.
About writing those headlines, PLR, MRR,
yes.
Google.
Yes.
My brain is full.
It's been a deep dive.
It has.
But hopefully you're feeling inspired and equipped to create some amazing content.
Absolutely. And remember, don't get so lost in the technical stuff that you forget about the human connection.
Yes.
It's
all about the people.
Yeah. Be authentic, build those relationships, and, share your passion with the world.
Beautifully said.
That is all for this episode of The Deep Dive.
Yes.
We'll see you next time with a whole new set of insights.
Awesome. I can't wait.
Stay tuned.